Welcome back to my channel, The Classic Manny. It is your boy, and I am back with another season review. But this time, I'm going to be reviewing the season 6 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. For me, this was a very interesting, as Calved was saying, season. It was very dragged out, I'm not going to lie to you. It was very dragged out. I can't believe it was only 18 episodes, because usually it's normally at 21 episodes, if I'm correct. But this season was very dragged out. A lot of storylines, some were relevant, some were irrelevant. This was the season of sister wives and side chicks. I just don't understand what was going on, but I'm going to get into that in this review. Before I start, I want to say thank you so much for the reception to my previous video with the support within the black community. I'm very grateful for all the love and the support. May God bless you. But without further ado, let's get into this review. So I'm going to start off with Kirk's baby mama drama. So it was revealed before the season started that he cheated on his wife, Rashida, who had been on the show for many seasons. This was no surprise to me because he has had that kind of scandal on the show a few seasons back, where he went on a men's cabin crew trip with Benzino, the R&B singer Bobby Valentino. I don't know, it just felt so weird to watch because I think Rashida, Kirk, everyone behind the scenes knew about this storyline, knew the results, whatever, before they filmed the season. Because if they didn't know, why haven't they given out the paternity test results yet? I don't know, it feels weird. Like, after 18 episodes, 2 reunion episodes especially, there was no paternity results, which I think is quite weird. My right eye keeps twitching, so if you notice it, I'm very sorry. As I said, Kirk cheated on his wife with a stripper, Jasmine. I'm not judging her for her occupation. You have to do what you have to do. If I failed university, that'd be my job. Okay, so I'm not judging her for her job, but that is just the fact. She even went back to stripping during the show as well, so that's what it is. She is sharing Rod, who is Mimi's ex. This whole linking thing is just crazy. Is Atlanta small? Because I feel like everyone knows everyone, like how London is. He has 2 sister wives, Jasmine, and I forgot the other girl's name because she's not really that relevant to this season. So Jasmine, I guess, came to Mona Scott Young with the story, I've got a baby for Kirk. Let's talk about it on the show. Yeah, I find it very weird that she chose to go to Mona Scott Young instead of Rashida. I'm very annoyed at VH1 and Mona Scott Young for not giving out the paternity results, because that is what this whole story was about. Is he the father or he's not the father? So we still don't know after 18 episodes, including 2 reunion episodes. So I thought that was a waste of a storyline, because if you're not going to tell the results, then what's the point of talking about it? The next cast I'm going to be talking about is Jocelyn Hernandez. Jocelyn Hernandez, she has been a very interesting cast this season. A very interesting cast. So let's start off with her as an individual. So she came back to this season wanting to just hang around with Jessica Dime, her friend Dawn, and Melissa, who I'll talk about in this review separately. So she want to hang around with her ups, so her enemies, Rashida, Mimi obviously, but she did prove to be a handful. Allegedly she's either been fired or she's quit the show. Regardless, I don't know how she's going to cope throughout the show, because as she said, she is the star of the show, but she is replaceable. I do feel like she can be replaced. They did a whole compilation of her worst moments, which I will say to you guys that I feel like Mona was so wrong for that. Yes, she has been a handful in the past, but I feel like if you're gonna do a whole compilation of her worst moments, do it based on this season. What she did a few seasons ago, where she did Bonnie and Clyde with Stevie, was very wrong. It was very wrong, but that is Jocelyn a few years ago. I'm sure she wants to leave that in the past, and she has a daughter now, so obviously you don't want her daughter to come and watch this season in a few years time and this is what you're going to see her mom being a handful, her mom being violent, her mom showing that maybe she was taking drugs or she was under the influence. I don't respect Mona Scott Young for doing that to Jocelyn, but yes, she has been a handful. Yes, there were scenes from that compilation from this season where she had proven to be a handful. She was also a handful on social media, coming from Manny Scott Young, coming for VH1, coming for Love and Hip Hop, saying F Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She even said at the reunion, I will actually tell you that Jocelyn looked so bummed for the reunion. I wish she actually went inside and just sat down. I feel like she went about it the wrong way, to be honest, because I think she's done too much damage to the point that she can't get her position back. I feel like she has to beg. If she wants to come back on the show, she will have to beg Manny Scott Young. The next part of her storyline is her and Stevie J's storyline. So in the previous season, we found out she was pregnant with Stevie J's baby. He did not believe that it was his child until the paternity test was taken, where he found out that yes, he is the father of their daughter, Bonnie Bella. I don't believe his reasoning for not believing that was his child, because if he slept with each other, obviously you made a baby. But he claimed the reason why he denied the baby was because of the fact that Justin had gone on social media before the season started and accused Stevie J of sexually assaulting his own child. And I feel like the worst part of it is the fact that Justin was talking about his little daughter Eva, and for me, I feel like that was so damaging to him as a person, to him as a father, to him as a celebrity, to him as just a human being, because not only is that pedophilia, that's incest. So that was a very serious allegation, which she did confirm on the show that it was a lie. She spoke out of anger, and for me, that is very toxic, because you don't do that. You don't do that. Even out of anger, you don't go and talk about that kind of stuff. So it did cause some kind of tension between the relationship. He wasn't there for Justin during the pregnancy. She was in it alone with Dawn and Melissa. This also affected Mimi because Mimi is the mother of Eva. And to be honest, I understand Mimi's frustration, Mimi's anger towards Justin, because how dare you talk about my child and say that my baby daddy slept with my own child. Like, I understand, but what I didn't like or appreciate Mimi saying was that Justin would never know how to love a child. I was like, no. I know that karma is real. Karma is definitely real. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Mimi, someone could judge you by your sex tape. Someone could judge you by the fact that you were with Stevie J for this long. Someone could judge you for so many things. But that doesn't make you a bad mother. You know who you are as mother. For me, Jocelyn's best moment on this season was giving birth to Bunny Bella. I would say this is the first time since she came on this show, many seasons ago from season 1, that I saw Jocelyn as Jocelyn, or as Shanika Bedingcourt. This was the first time I saw Jocelyn as Jocelyn. I didn't see her as a character. I didn't see her as a persona. I saw Jocelyn as Jocelyn. We are introduced to Estelita as his artist, but I believe there's more to it. Stevie J is Stevie J, and even Tommy revealed something about Stevie J that I was like, okay. I was like, alright, that's very interesting. Estelita had a little bit of attention with Carly Red during the season, and I will say it's because Carly Red had just mended her friendship with Justin Hernandez. If you remember, she fought Carly Red where she hit her with the bouquet of flowers that Carly Red gave to her. But thanks to Jessica Dime, who was able to amend her beef with Jocelyn and Melissa and Jessica Dime brought them together and they squashed their beef. But because they squashed their beef, Carly didn't want to have any drama. Just why Carly Red and Jocelyn were not friends anymore is because Carly Red was interfering in Jocelyn's business with Stevie J. So when the girls introduced Estelita as Stevie J's artist, all Carly Red could say was interesting. Obviously, because it was being cheeky, it rubbed Estelita the wrong way. They had many altercations to the point that Carly Red flipped a whole large plate of fruits, I believe, on Estelita, and it caused a commotion at Jessica Dime's listening party. They did eventually say that, okay, let's be cordial during the reunion special as well. So Carly Red's main storyline starts with Carly Red and Young Jack rekindling what they first had. I don't know if it was a relationship or them being friends with benefits, whatever it was, but they rekindled something. Tommy comes into the picture because Carly Red did steal her man last season. If you don't remember, Tommy was introduced to us last season as Scrap de Leon's girlfriend, but he ended up getting incarcerated. But before he got incarcerated, Carly Red stole Scrap de Leon briefly from Tommy. So that caused a lot of tension between them before the season even ended last season. So this season, Carly Red rekindles her relationship with Young Jack, but Tommy gets into the picture and uses Young Jack to get revenge on Carly Red. Young Jack and Tommy knew what it was. It was just a revenge thing, just to pull Carly Red's legs. So because Young Jack and Tommy decided to play the revenge game, Carly Red decided to get a new man to the show. Caesar from, I believe, Black Ink and Crew? I think that's what it's called. If not, I'll put the right name on the screen. I don't see it being genuine. I just feel like she was just bringing him onto the show because he's also another reality star who understands the game. Just come on, be my boyfriend for the season. That is what it is. Even though she's very childish for her age, I feel like if she left the show, it will not be the same. She's just so messy. She's the one that brings the tea to the forefront. I believe that Carly Red is a charade of this show because she is just so messy. And I'm here for it. So as I mentioned, Tommy is back on the show, but as her own person. So one of Tommy's main storyline was her and her mom and their dysfunctional relationship. So it was very sad to watch, but you know, I just hope that they can get it together because a mother's love is so important. Apart from Tommy and her mom being blood relatives, another thing that they have in common is them having a dysfunctional relationship and having an issue with alcohol. Tommy revealed that her mom got her into juvenile prison at a very young age. I was like, what kind of I could never imagine a mother doing that. I can't imagine my mom doing that, you know. So I feel like it's very sad to watch. I do hope that they can fix this off camera. I think them putting it on camera was not a good idea, to be honest. Cause as Tommy said at the reunion, I feel like they were going on the right track. But I don't know if the mom thought she had to act for the paycheck. So as we also know, she also had beef with Jocelyn Hernandez last season, to the point that Jocelyn got a restraining order against Tommy, which means that they can't be in the same building. This means that if Jocelyn was to attend the reunion, Tommy will have to be backstage. They can't be in the same room, basically. I don't know why Jocelyn had to go and do that, because I don't think it was that deep. Jocelyn has threatened people in the past as well, so I don't understand why she had to go and take it to court. Tommy also had beef briefly with Jessica Dime, because Lovely Mimi, who I want to get into, revealed at Tommy's wine tasting that Jessica Dime went to Jocelyn Hernandez's video shoot, meaning that they were close friends again. And obviously, because Tommy and Justin are not friends, Tommy felt like, why couldn't you come and tell me, like, we talk and everything. It caused an altercation at Tommy's wine tasting. I love the way Jessica Dime speaks. I like how she's jowling. Jessica Dime also ended up having beef with Tammy. So Tammy and Tommy are two different people. Tammy is Waka Flocka's wife, and Tommy is Tommy. She had beef with Tammy because Tammy tried to defuse the situation by changing the topic, and Jessica Dime felt that she was being cut off, so they almost started throwing glasses towards each other. But Jessica Dime and Tammy end up resolving the differences at the Jamaica trip. Comment below if you agree with me, but I feel like Jessica Dime could be the best replacement to Jocelyn, to be honest, because Jessica Dime has really won my heart this season. I feel like she's just so lovable. She just keeps it 100. A lot of shit went down at the Jamaica trip. It was meant to be a girl show, so the majority of the females on the show, but the husbands, the side niggas, and the fiance of the show felt the need to crash the trip. So they had an all-white brunch get-together where Jock brought his intern, Treasure, who I didn't really like. I'm not going to put a picture up of her because she's irrelevant. But yeah, so Treasure felt the need to bring up Kirk and Rashida's issue, talking about how side chicks need to be heard as well. No, you don't. But but this resulted in Jessica Dime being the good friend that she is and dragging Treasure by her cheap ass wig. None of the terms, oh, you snatched my wig. Oh, she snatched her wig and her edges. Oh, Jessica Dime went in and I was here for it. I don't believe in violence. In this situation, Treasure deserved it, because she kept on yapping. I was like, girl, keep it zoom. Just be quiet. Jessica Dime's man also proposed to her during the trip. I'm very happy for her. I feel like she deserves all the happiness in the world. And I feel like they need to make her the main character of the show next season, because she's amazing. So next up, we have the new cast: Sierra, Shooter, Mariah, and Lovely Mimi. Let's start off with the three ladies. So Sierra, Lovely Mimi, and what's that girl's name? Mariah. Mariah and Lovely Mimi worked under Sierra, but Sierra couldn't handle Lovely Mimi's personality, how loud she was, so Lovely Mimi ended up parting ways. But during the show, we find out that Mariah, who Sierra has taken under her wing, is fucking her man. I was like, what kind of betrayal? This is next level betrayal. The way this was revealed was Jocelyn invited Lovely Mimi and Sierra to the video shoot for her woman empowerment music video, which is quite ironic because she's been fighting all the women on the show, but that's neither here or there. So so Sierra attends the video shoot late. She sees that Lovely Mimi is there. I don't think she's here for it. Lovely Mimi being who she is, she tells Sierra as it is, Mariah's fucking your man. And Sierra storms out of the set and goes outside to call Mariah and Shooter. Shooter arrives to the scene, Mariah arrives to the scene, and what's her name again? Sierra pops off. Cheating and disrespect is a deal breaker for me. I'm so sorry. And they did both in one. Shooter disrespected her by putting her on the show, embarrassing her. So when Mariah and Sierra have their discussion about it days later, Sierra gets so vexed that she throws her bag to Mariah, but she misses it. And she said that Mariah looks like a 13-year-old boy. Oh god, I was finished. I was like, peace. I was like, goodbye. As I said, this was the season of the Sister Wives. It was a mess. So next up we have Scrappy and Bambi. Scrappy and Bambi got engaged last season, but that didn't last long. They end up calling off their engagement. They have differences. I feel like Scrappy is not ready for love. I feel like Scrappy wants to be in love, but he doesn't want to let go of that bachelor lifestyle. But this leads me on to his parents. VH1. Let's talk. I'm gonna need y'all to stop showing us Mama D and Ernest's sex life. I don't care. I don't want to know. It makes me cringe. I'm like, Lord Jesus, this is not what. No, no, no. It's too much. I'll skip through every scene. We're talking about the sex. Finally, we have Waka Flocka. Okay, you know, Waka Flocka. Next up, we have Waka Flocka and Tammy, who, as we know, he cheated on her multiple times. She had enough of it. She was like, I'm gonna keep in the doghouse. You need to stay in the doghouse until you pay for your sins. But finally, she let him out of the doghouse. They rekindled their relationship. He took her to a private screening where he showed her PowerPoints of their pictures together. He put his login for his email, his iMessage, all that kind of stuff, so she can see what he's doing. To be honest, I feel like he just needs to stop doing it, number one. And if he stops, there'll be no need for her to have to go and like investigate on what he's doing, if you understand what I'm saying. So that is it. The reunion for me was very boring. The fashion was a mess. Tommy looked a mess. I like Jessica Dime's look. She looked stunning. The men didn't do too bad. Scrappy was okay with his look. I like Young Jock's look. The hair, okay, no, take it back. That hair, he needs to, ooh. Young Jock, what are you doing? He is taking us back to the 60s, but I just don't like it. It's just a mess. But I feel like it suits his character. It suits what he's about. He's a joker. Like, come on. I don't take him too seriously. The only thing that really stood out for me is the fact that Tommy revealed that Stevie J showed his beefcake to her in the car. If you don't know what beefcake is, then I'm sorry for you. But beefcake is basically his downstairs area. So another thing that stood out was KK live streaming from her home. She didn't send a reunion, but she really just dragged Tommy down. I'm glad that Tommy stood firm and defended herself, because I didn't respect KK for doing that. How are you defending her and bringing her down in one season? Like, I don't understand that. The reunion, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't popping. I am so excited for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. We have Keisha Cole and her ex-husband, Safari Samuels, Nicki Minaj's ex. I don't feel she should even address him like that, because now he's made his own name through the show. He's his own person. He's actually quite hilarious. When he first joined Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, I was like, what are you doing? But he became one of my favorites. He's lit. He's amazing. Miss Nikki Baby, Ray J, Princess Love, Tierra Marie. I can't wait to review this season. A lot of newcomers as well, but it's not too bad compared to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I can't wait to review that season for you. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. My energy was quite low for this review because I wasn't really here for this season. It was quite boring, so my energy kind of reflects the mood of the season. So if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your opinion on this season, your favorite cast, your least favorite cast, what you think about Jocelyn leaving the show. Let me know in the comment section below. As I say on my channel, don't forget to always do you and be unapologetic.